Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahlia in this incarnation. Today I'm here to talk about the energies of the next days. I am going to mention also some aspects of the next week because at the final part of this one, we'll begin to feel them. So let's start with Mars and Mercury, which are in conjunction in Capricorn, and they are creating, we're talking about the planet of communication and the planet of action, they are creating squares with the karma nodes. So this indicates that certain tensions could appear in relationships of all kinds, and this is because we have to integrate certain patterns too. So neither Mercury nor Mars in Capricorn are impulsive. I mean, with Mercury here, we are talking about serious communication, thoughtful, even making decisions and actions. In the case of Mars, with some slowness. So these energies do have in shadow this thing about focusing in certain objectives, goals, and advancing, moving forward to those goals without caring maybe what is happening on the outside. So that could be a polarity with this square. The other one could be to give in certain things to avoid conflicts, but from a place that we are not really facing the situations. So we have to take in account that we are coming from this Leonine lunation, and in its shadow, we are talking about this expression to the outside, but in a very reactive way. I'm telling this because this energy is still on track. So the balance, of course, is to find agreement between the parts. So I think it's important to verify our intentions, if they are born from a real willingness of re-equilibrating certain energy, or they are born of disconnected ego, I don't want to lose in here. And other thing that is important is that another function of Mars is to protect the territory. So we don't have to defend it every time. Many times to protect our territory is only retiring the focus in certain things. So, I wanted to mention that. And at the same time, both of these planets are creating this trine with Uranus. I already mentioned this. This is vigent until, in the case of Mercury, until the end of January, and in the case of Mars, until January 2nd or 3rd, more or less. So these aspects are here to move us to make changes, to take actions, thoughtful actions, and make changes, because there, with Uranus direct, there is some area of our lives that we are all feeling that it needs movement. So from the energy of Uranus, we could feel like the emergency to do it right now. And from the energy of Capricorn, this is more like a step by step, constructing, thinking how we can descend the modifications here in the matter. But Mercury, the next week, will move to Aquarius. So we are going to have more energy of air, and things will going to change radically. We're going to feel it. I'm going to talk about that later. The important thing here is to pay attention, to be attentive to the synchronicities, because that is how Cosmos will show us how to make those changes, and also to sudden ideas that are coming. If we are thinking about a project, if we are thinking of original resolutions, we can apply here in the matter, because that will be very productive to move the energy in those areas we need to. So other thing that I wanted to mention is that from January 31st, and it is going to be perfected on February 2nd, I'm talking about the sextile between Mercury in Capricorn and Neptune in Pisces. This lasts until the 4th, because as I said, then Mercury is going to move on. So this is an excellent opportunity for serious conversations, important topics, because that is what Mercury in Capricorn means. But addressing them from a place of empathy, forgiveness, compassion, understanding, and all the light qualities of Neptune. And after the tensions with the karma nodes, I think this is a very good moment to approach a conversation with someone. So this is also a great moment of inspiration to contact with higher planes, to descend creative ideas from there. So in terms of artistic creations too. it is a good moment for that. And the last thing that I wanted to bring forward, because this is part of the next week, on January 5th, Mercury enters Aquarius, and at the moment it enters in Aquarius, is going to create a conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius. So we are going to start to feel this energy in our individual lives. We're going to see how this energy manifests, because this is a personal planet, and we have to take in account that this will be repeated later with Mars and Venus when they enter in Aquarius. So Mercury in this position doesn't have conventional processes of thought. This is about ideas that are out of the established. This is about contact with groups to share specific visions, maybe visions of the future, because the regent is Uranus, like this community. This is about contact with very different people, but there is something that is interconnecting them. In fact, that is what the planetary network is. We are all connected by the energy. So Pluto here tells us that information from the shadows is emerging. This could be linked with collective themes or even humanitarian. This is about also being pushed to do a transformation of old ways of thought, that our shadows could be exposed so we can recognize them, to transmute them. And also this is about having interest in different topics, new visions, because Pluto energy is about going to the bone. So this could be linked with investigation with certain topics, but they are new in our lives. This transit could also be linked with having to assume and to process certain changes with all the Pluto and Aquarius thing that don't have return. So it is important to remember that the transits with Pluto could bring resistances, because we are talking about transformations and ego deaths. So finally, I wanted to mention this, but I am going to get deeper in the video of the new moon, because this is part of the configuration. I am talking about the square, and we are going to feel it at the end of the week. The square between the Sun in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. So all the bases will move, sudden changes. The Earth can move too, and we can have climatic shifts. But okay, we will talk about this later. I just wanted to mention because we are going to start to feel it. Okay, I'm finishing the video here. I'm ending the video. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.